Thanks for having me today. My name is Stephanie Richards and I am a registered dietitian, holistic health coach. What I do is I work with people individually doing individual nutrition counseling, and then I do group presentations on nutrition, stress reduction, and nicotine cessation. I partner with a few different organizations in the Northeast Ohio area. One is the Cleveland Clinic Center for Integrative Medicine. I do all the nutrition services there. I provide consulting to the Cleveland Food Bank. I've worked with the Cleveland Botanical Garden doing gardening programs with the kids. So all sorts of, and also Ease at Work is an employee assistance program, and so I go over to all different sorts of Northeast Ohio businesses talking about nutrition and how to live healthier. And as far as the thing that I am most passionate about, I would say at this point, this moment, is teaching people about how to eat local foods. And the idea of first, and really what comes before that is whole foods. So trying to eat foods that aren't processed, don't have hormones, don't have MSG, staying away from artificial sweeteners, all those kinds of things, getting away from the box, the can, the frozen, and moving to a more prepared food. And I know with a lot of people, time is a huge issue. So, people say, well, I can't, cook a meal from scratch. But, you could certainly, it takes 5 minutes to pack a salad for lunch, okay? And so it takes less time to pack a salad for lunch than it does to go get a hamburger at the fast food restaurant. So no matter what your budget is, no matter what your time constraints are, if you really want to try and eat more whole foods, there's always ways to do that. And of course, you could always contact me and I can help with you that, because it is an individual thing and every individual is different and every family is different. Oftentimes when I do presentations, I'll bring a Lunchable. I have a Lunchable that's 2 years old this fall, and I'm sure you may know that Lunchables are a food that is kept refrigerated. My Lunchable that I've had for 2 years, for almost 2 years, is not refrigerated. It's kept at my office at home on my shelf where I have all my other empty boxes. And the thing is, as we all know, if you had a piece of chicken that you sat out on your table and you just left it there, after a couple days it would turn green. Well, let me tell you something. My Lunchable, I show it to people, it's not green, it still looks like chicken nuggets. So what does that say to you about the food that you're eating, that it still looks edible after 2 years of sitting in an unrefrigerated closet? That's not what you want to do. And what I tell people all the time is that just because the shelf life of the food is for a long time, that doesn't mean that the preservatives that they put in there to keep that food going for a long time is going to extend your life or improve the quality of your life. So as far as local foods go, I'm very excited about local foods. First of all, people are saying to me all the time, the cost of food, what should I do? It's more expensive to eat healthy. And I tell people, grow a garden. Start a garden, because it doesn't get any more local than that. And you could do container gardening. It doesn't have to be a whole big thing. And the other thing is that people would be surprised about, it doesn't take a lot of space to make a lot of food. You'd be amazed about how much food can be produced from just a little bit of space, especially if you plan it out ahead of time and you have different crops coming up at different times of the year. That some come up in May, some come up in July, whatever. So you have to plan, and that's always true in any endeavor, whether it's planning a garden, planning nutritious meals. Planning is crucial to success. And if you're not inclined, or for whatever reasons not able to have a garden, there's a community supported agriculture group you could join. These are farms where you pay a certain amount for the season and then you're able to get the produce every week. Or also there's lots of farmers markets in Northeast Ohio. For every day of the week you can find a farmers market to go to in a different area. So I think that's a great way to connect with the people who are giving you the food. And as any of you know who grow your own tomatoes or buy tomatoes at the local farmers markets, there is nothing like the taste of that local produce. It doesn't taste the same when it comes from Mexico and it's picked underripe and it's not as nutritious. That tomato is not going to taste the same as a tomato that you get out of your own backyard or from from a farmer's market or a CSA group. As far as the thing that I think is what I want people to know most about is the idea is that anybody at any income can eat nutritionally. What it really takes is planning. And what I try to emphasize is eating more plant foods and less animal foods. In our country, we eat like this much animal foods and this much plant foods. And really, it'd be way better if you ate this much plant foods and this much animal foods. And I say this based upon the research that has been done. Research shows time and time again, encourages a plant-based diet. You will live longer, you will live healthier if you eat a plant-based diet. And I believe that people intuitively know that, because you know the difference you feel. You go eat a double bacon cheeseburger with fries and a shake at McDonald's, you are going to be feeling way different the rest of the afternoon than if you would eat a salad with a piece of fish and just some water to drink. So I really encourage people to try and focus on eating more plant-based foods and less animal foods. And I'm not saying never to eat animal foods. What I'm saying is to try and gradually make changes where you can substitute fish or substitute another plant food like beans or tofu for a meat dish. And just gradually make the change. It doesn't have to be 100%. And I'll tell you, I don't encourage people to do something, just jump in the water and say, go on, clean out all your cupboards and get rid of all the garbage. A lot of times that doesn't work. Pick one thing that you want to focus on and make that change. And another area that I want to mention very briefly is adequate hydration. Most people do not drink enough water. Yeah, they might be drinking enough juice, they might be drinking enough diet soda and coffee and pop and all of that, alcohol, but clean water, there is no substitute for that. And one of the complaints that I get most often from people is, I don't have enough energy. How can I increase my energy level? And I tell this to you, I guarantee you that if you drink enough water, then you will increase your energy level. One of the things that I ask people when I am counseling them, doing nutrition counseling, is on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being you feel totally fantastic, and 0 you want to lay down for a really long time, what's your energy level? And most people say, lots of people are telling me 5, 6, 7. I want to ask you, are you happy when your kid brings home a 60% on the test? Is that good? No. You want them to at least be passing, so the same thing with your energy level. So I'll tell you, if you drink enough water, I guarantee your energy level will go up at least a notch. So of course, begs the question, how much is enough water? Quick and easy way to know, take your weight, divide it in half, turn that number to ounces, and that's about how much water you need. 150 pounds divided by 2 is 75. That's 75 ounces of water a day. And I promise you, you're not going to float away. Nobody has yet floated away. Yes, you might go to the bathroom more often initially, but your body will adjust to that. You won't be going to the bathroom all the time after you gradually increase your water and your body gets used to it. Because if you're not drinking that much water now, you really are dehydrated. And let me tell you, if you want to think more clearly, you also need to be hydrated. One of the first signs of dehydration is confusion. So I think the water thing is very crucial. Something that I see for the future happening is more and more people becoming aware of these things that I'm talking about. I have been interested in organic foods and plant-based diet and natural medicine, alternative medicine. I've been interested in all this for a couple of decades, and I was called weird. I was called a bad mother. How come you're feeding your kids this? How come you're giving them this herb instead of taking it to the doctor? And I will tell you that all of a sudden now everybody's interested in this, because I think people know they don't want to turn themselves over to the institution to tell them what to eat or what medicine to take. I mean, I'm not saying that that's not valuable to seek out professionals, but at first, do your own research. Don't just give yourself all over to the professional. Listen to me, read a book, go on the internet, and then decide for your own self what feels right for you, because nobody knows what's better for you than you.